Hi, this is Majinoni, and I got 3 reviews for you today. We have Avengers Academy number 32, Secret Avengers 28, and AVX number 6. Okay, first up is Avengers Academy. Horse shit, just don't buy it. It's worthless. Basically, you have Emma Frost, who's powered up with the Phoenix Force, and she's having trouble fighting a Sentinel. And I understand she's not going all out, let's kill it. But the point of the matter is she's having trouble with the Avengers Academy, is the bottom line. You have X-23 defending the Sentinel because of some image of a dog in her head, and how she misses the dog, and how she sees that the kid who has the Sentinel is going to miss his Sentinel because he loves him, and it's a bunch of horse crap. Just save your money. This is not necessary. Garbage. Okay, Secret Avengers. I'm really confused with this. If you remember in other Avenger books, in the tie-ins and stuff, you did have, you did have the new Avengers. I mean, not the new Avengers, but the, like Marvel and Protector, I should say, Miss Marvel and people like that, and they were dealing with Marvel Boy's betrayal. And this really doesn't even belong in the series, because the series has already moved on past this point. And I understand, books are coming out at different times and things like that, but this really doesn't fit into the continuity. You don't need this, because everything's already been handled in the other AVX books and Versus and other New Avengers. All this thing really did was just kind of confuse me, because you have alliances that are there that shouldn't be there now, and you have Captain Marvel who's alive, and clearly they just brought Captain Marvel back just to, spike up sales a little bit, which I am a little bit disappointed in that part of it. I don't think the art is good compared to the other Avenger books, and I understand this apparently takes place probably way before the betrayal and way before all of that stuff, but if that's the case, this story is too long, and I don't think it needed to be told. I think they could have focused on something much more interesting, and this part of it at least was a letdown. And even the Captain Marvel part of it is a letdown. I'll give you guys a code so somebody can read it at least later. Now let's look at AVX Round 6 with the Super Sentai Phoenix Force. Now, honestly speaking, when I first saw this, that's what I thought. This is Super Sentai at its Marvel worst. You have, Cyclops is the Red Ranger. You have Emma Frost is the White Ranger. Namor is the Blue Ranger. Magic, it's probably the Yellow Ranger. And Colossus, heck, he'd probably be a Gold Ranger or something to that effect. I'm not Gold, a Green Ranger. And that's basically what it is. That's what I thought of. Especially when you have certain characters having distinct colors. Like Cyclops is with the red, the Emma Frost the White Queen, Namor blue. So that's what it just pretty much stood out, at least from my point of view. Now what you have is the Super Sentai Phoenix Force basically improving the world. They're making Africa, plentiful with food. You have Russia with food. You have Namor helping things with water and water distribution so people won't die of thirst. You have energy with Emma Frost. You even have more energy with Colossus and Zat, or whatever how you pronounce his name, Zadix or Zax. And it's basically, what's a little bit different is, in this case, they're not coming down saying, we are the rulers of the world and you should, bow down to what we're telling you. What they're saying is, we've given you the tools to improve your lives, We won't tolerate war between humans and mutants, or any of that nonsense. So do good now. And of course, the minute you do things like that, Captain America gets his shield together and he sends out a strike force, because Cap, if there's no war, there is no Captain America. It's that simple. So, and I hope you notice the sarcasm with that. I don't really mean it like that. So basically what they do is, they get in a simple team, and their goal is to capture Hope. And this is where finally you have Scott going, Wolverine, you're an embarrassment. The Avengers, you're a thorn in my side, and we're going to take care of you. And to the Avengers' credit, or Avengers' side, I should say, they're going to have a secret weapon. And that's going to play a very pivotal role, because that's the only person who's able to actually seem to affect other powers. And that's, of course, the Avengers Academy, where you can pretty much hold your own against Emma Frost. And yeah, I understand that she's not really powering up, and she's not really trying too hard, but it's the point. It's kind of pathetic. You also have, from the Avengers books, with the Iron Fist story, you have that tying into this as well. So they're doing, with all the negative things about this storyline that I may not agree with, I do think that they are tying things together, and they're trying to progress in a forward direction, especially with all these loose plot threads. I mean, it's insane how many plots that are flowing out of this book. I also like the fact that they did do something a little bit different. I don't think many people would have expected the Phoenix Force to splinter like that into the different characters. Now, in theory, what should happen is, after all of this is said and done, there's going to be serious ramifications between humans and mutants. And, I don't really see humankind going, mutants, we love you, we respect you for what you did, let's be friends. If anything, it's going to be, you pretty much jacked us up. You've taken away our toys, and we hate you more, is my guess. And I'm really curious to see how the relationship between the super teams are going to be affected, and how the people are going to be affected towards mutants. Also, there's two other important facts or story things that are popped in here. You have Pax Utopia, which is the new mutant utopia world, or stronghold. So what's going to happen with that? And the other thing is Hank McCoy. Now, if you remember way back when, Hank left Cyclops' X-Men because of all the shadiness that's going on. The secret squads, the death squad, the very aggressive nature of Cyclops at that time. So he goes to Wolverine, who built the school, which was more in line to what Hank wanted. Now, with the AVX, what you have is, again, we have to get the mutants. We have to stop the mutants. And Hank is finally going, that's not what I want either. And he basically leaves the team. So, and he basically, it says, I don't have a home. So I'm really curious to see where this is going to go. Is that how that's going to impact Wolverine and the X-Men? And I'm really, they're doing some, they're planting seeds, they're doing some good things. My hope is they're going to be able to have enough time to wrap up the story in a way where it's not going to be over tomorrow. Like, just suddenly they just drop it on you. And I'm really hoping that these loose end threads that they're throwing out there will continue after that and really have some sort of ramification. Now, normally I don't like ramifications just for like shock's sake, but I like things like what they're doing with Hank, because this is an interesting character development in that he's, he doesn't feel like he belongs any longer. Is he going to go back to Secret Avengers? Is he going to go back, what's he going to do? That's what I want to know. And to me, that is far more interesting than the Hope nonsense. So, anyways, that's my review for these 3 books. And let me get you some codage. And then when you see the last issue to this book, you're going to know exactly why I say, why did you even bring back Captain Britain? I mean, sorry, Captain Marvel. And that's a 0 between the 1 and the Z, just so you know. And for the AVX, there you go. And that's an 8 between the W and the A. Anyways, if you have any comments or questions, let me know. Rate the video up or down, let me know what you think. I'm really curious to see what you guys are thinking about AVX now, especially since we're pretty much really hitting a turning point where this is where the Avengers are going to be taken down a notch or two, and the mutants are going to fight back. And as another note, I am a little disappointed in the fact the only time the X-Men can fight back is when they get super powered like this. That's, to me, is a little bit of a disappointment. Anyways, let me know what your thoughts are, and I'll try to put up some more reviews later, so until next time.